What's going on, everybody? It's Kevin back here with another episode of me living out of my van and traveling around the country. Today we're camped out in Dixie National Forest, just north of Bryce Canyon National Park. So I bet you can probably guess where we're going today. Before we get into the park today, and if you couldn't guess, it is Bryce Canyon National Park where we're going. I just really want to talk about this place. This place is beautiful. I have a fantastic little campsite, and there's a pretty mellow road coming up. But look at this. What's different between all my other videos and now? Trees. It is so nice to get back into a forest and to have a little bit of shade, a little bit of wind protection, and just feel back to something I'm super comfortable with. Not saying that the desert's uncomfortable, it's just something I'm not used to. The forest, on the other hand, feels like home to me, so it just feels natural being here. And I've really enjoyed my night stay here, but I don't think we're coming back here tonight. I think we're actually going to go camp at another National Forest access dispersed spot closer to Bryce Canyon tonight, if spots are available. If not, we'll probably poke back up around here. Alright, I usually film walking into the visitor center just to kind of give you guys, like, I don't know, B-roll, who knows. But that was a madhouse there. I mean, that was absolutely atrocious. I waited 35 minutes in the information line just to ask, to really confirm that the photo spot I want to go to for sunrise tomorrow is where I want to be. And then also kind of get the pamphlet map, because they weren't handing it out at the entrance, which was strange. But I always get the patch and the sticker, and I waited probably another 20 minutes in line just to check out. So it was a little nutty today, but nonetheless, venture on into the park. The first impressions are, it's this beautiful forest, similar to the one I camped out in last night. But I know the geology opens up very quickly here, especially once we get into the amphitheater, which is one of the most popular spots in the park. And that's what we'll be for sunrise tomorrow. But hoping to do some cool little hikes here. Yep, this place is mobbed. Hopefully there's parking for us. Well, we managed some parking right up front. I didn't get yelled at. The guy in front of me got yelled at for waiting for people to back out. But I couldn't get around him, so it kind of worked out in my benefit. But I'm ready for this view. That's stunning. Now those are called the hoodoos, the formation. Look it up. It's actually kind of cool how it forms geologically. But man, they are stunning, even in the middle of the day. This is beautiful. I can't imagine this at sunrise. Look at that. That's Wall Street. We've got something over here. Some type of overlook. That's insane. Well, this place has blown me out of the water. I've always known what it looks like, but never expected to experience it like this. Stunning. I don't think I'm looking forward to this walk back up. But going down's not bad. Well, I always make this mistake and never bring a second GoPro battery. So I'm trying to film the bits and bobs I like the best and shutting the camera off in between. If it does die, I'll film with my iPhone. But it's looking like it'll probably die before we get up Wall Street. But I think it's funny. I am going downhill, so it's not as strenuous, but people are decked out for a 1 mile hike. Here I am in sandals. This looks to be 2 bridges. And now we start the journey back up. Look how pretty this is. Even saw some condors flying over, so it's another one to put in the Merlin Bird ID app. Exciting. Well, we're definitely running out of steam because I didn't bring water. My mouth is so dry. Breathing in just dries your throat even more. So, taking a little bit more out of me than I anticipated, but we got Wall Street right behind us. That's the last climb we got. This place just keeps blowing my mind. Plus in here, it's nice and shaded and super cool. It's probably like 65 degrees where it was 85 in the sun. What a magical place. But now it's time for me to get out of breath because we're going uphill. So I'll probably see you guys at the top. The bottom of Wall Street. Just a little bit more to go to the top. Well, that was one of my bucket list hikes to do in the national parks, and I'm glad we did it. What a day. What a day. Alrighty, so dreams do come true. First off, I live in a van. That's dream number one. But dream number two was doing the Navajo Trail through Bryce Canyon Amphitheater, because the views, ever since I saw them probably well over 10 years ago now, has been on the back of my mind. We did it. We did it. Oh, what a trail. But now we're gonna go check out the rest of the park. I think that is the pinnacle of the park, and I'm stoked we were able to see it. It's brought so much life into me. But yeah, we're gonna go check out what the rest of the park has. We're turning into Bryce Point right now. We'll see what this has to offer. Probably very similar to what we just saw, but man, unbelievable, guys. Unbelievable. What a day I'm having. Oh, it's incredible. Well, folks, the rest of the time probably just gonna be me enjoying the views. Enjoyed that hike. I really want to see the park before sunset here, so just kind of poking around all the scenic outlooks and pulling over and checking them out. On to the next one. Well, views are stellar, but this is what I try to stay away from. At least we got the Rim Rock Trail to ourselves, so that was peaceful. But I think it's time to move on to the next spot. Alrighty, this might be the last stop I take you guys to, and the rest I'm just going to enjoy it myself. But this should be a pretty view. Now I know for a fact that the GoPro is just not doing this place any justice. I mean, I'll probably say that a bajillion times in this series, but Bryce Canyon is definitely one that's taking my breath away. So that was Paria View. Stunning. This entire place is just blowing me away. I always knew it was beautiful, but I didn't expect it to be as incredible as it is. Highly recommend it if you're coming out to this area. Stop at Bryce Canyon. So there's this dispersed camping just like literally maybe a quarter mile outside of the entrance of Bryce Canyon National Park. And we just have to find a designated camping spot. It says camping permitted. So we'll go down here. You just have to look for a marker that marks a campsite instead of, like, you might find some that look like campsites because they were in the past, but in certain areas they require you, like, hey, if there's a marker you can camp here. So like this is technically a campsite. There's a marker there, but you'd have to walk back there. It looks like it's been blocked off by rocks. So we're just gonna poke around here, find something open and available, one that doesn't say no camping, and we're good. We might be out of luck in this little forest. We might have to go back to the spot we were at last night, which is no big deal. Unfortunately, most people bring RVs or trailers and claim a spot for the weekend, which is totally fine. They have every right to do it, just unfortunately, we don't get a spot. Alrighty folks, that's all I have for this episode. Thank you so much for joining along once again. It was a pleasure bringing you guys with me to Bryce Canyon National Park. That took my breath away in so many ways. It was astonishing. I would definitely list that easily in my top 3 national parks I've ever been to. Now, I haven't been to all of them. I've been to 25. And wow. But, you know, I said earlier in the video that I would like to get up early and go check it out for sunrise, but I think with the cloud cover, spotty clouds, and the sun peeking through, we had the perfect combination for what I needed for photography of the amphitheater. And we got to do one of my bucket list hikes, the Navajo Loop, which it goes down I went up Wall Street, but insane, absolutely insane. If you guys have the chance, please get out here and see it for yourself, because my photos and videos are not going to do it any justice whatsoever. But we're going to, we checked out that first campsite, too busy. So we came back to the spot we were at last night. The spot we were in is actually open, but I decided to try one further down. A little bit of more of a downhill, and I could get the leveling blocks out, but I'm too lazy. I'm going to hang out, make some dinner, and finish editing episode 3. Because I've been slacking. I've been just go traveling and just working my normal job that every time I sit down to edit, I kind of phase out. So, kind of zone out. Not phase out, zone out. But yeah, folks, that's all I have for this episode. Thank you again for joining along, and I can't wait to see you in the next one, because it's going to be Zion.